People who have crapped themselves in your adult life, what is your story? The trick is ignoring your body's warning signs as long as possible. It also helps if you and 2 friends go hiking with 3 girls you are trying to impress. Don't worry about the constant churning in your stomach as you make your way to the peak. Laugh off the rumbling as you take in the view and casually put your arm around the girl you find most attractive. Make a joke about how you sure are hungry. Ha ha ha. As the 6 of you begin the trek back down the mountain, hang behind a little and see if you can get some separation. When that doesn't work, stop dead in your tracks. As soon as your pals turn around and see the sweat pouring down your face, they will know to ask if you are alright. Don't inform them at this time that you have no more than 12 steps left in you before you completely crap your pants. Instead, tell them you are a little lightheaded and to go on without you. Once they have rounded the corner out of sight, look around in a panic. Decide you can probably make it to that patch of quacking aspens, but on your way over there, just lose all control as crap comes firing from your ass as if you were holding down on the B button. Assess the situation. Wad your underwear and shorts into a ball and then throw that ball as far down the side of the hill as you can. Use your socks to wipe up your ass and legs, and throw them as well. Realize what you've done and panic again. As your friends and the girls you brought see you approach the car they are waiting in, act casual, as if you frequently tie your sweatshirt around your waist with the shirt covering your willy instead of your ass. Try to keep your front pointing at them so they don't see your bare, crap-stained ass. Sit quietly in the front seat alone as the other 4 pile into the back seat to avoid you. Say nothing and make no eye contact. When your buddy pulls up to your house, wordlessly get out and walk sideways into your house like a dancer changing line positions. And of course, never contact any of the girls ever again. Making a delivery. I work for a self-distributing brewery. I was taking beer to a liquor store. I had not been feeling well all morning. I had gas pain. So once I was in the back, I decided to let some out. I turned the corner to find a hot Budweiser rep I had talked to on several occasions. She looked at me and said hi, as I simultaneously trusted that fart. Crap myself. Turned around, went to the bathroom, threw those boxers away. She hasn't said hi to me since. She was obviously intimidated by the alpha male. Was in the basement on the computer. Got hit with the doo-doo bomb out of nowhere. Got up to hurry upstairs, slipped, and smashed my knee on the step. The impact literally knocked the crap out of me. Bangs knee. God damn it. Shoots self 2 seconds later. God freaking damn it. This is my wife's story. She regrets ever telling me. Likely, more so, now. She was working at a job 20 minutes from home. Pressure had been building all day, but she had a thing about shitting anywhere but home, so she decided to hold off until she got home. By the time her workday was wrapping up, things had reached nuclear proportions. Cold sweats, cramps, chills. Merely walking was now so precarious an activity as to require strategy and planning. She wasted no time clocking out at quitting time. She made it awkwardly and carefully to her car, got on the interstate, exceeded the speed limit, and began pleading to all gods and minor deities she could think of to make it home clean. To no avail. Of course, the pressure became too overwhelming. In retrospect, she compared it to labor pains. Physically and emotionally, she needed relief. She says she remembered consciously making the awful decision to crap her own pants. She said to herself, aloud and alone in the car, I'm going to crap my pants. Then, she crap her pants, and she cried the rest of the way home. The poop cry ending was almost poetic. Such immediate joy and shame. When Olestra first came out, it was touted as a miracle fat that didn't absorb into your system. I ate a can of Olestra Pringles and then went shopping. It started in the parking lot. I ended up running back to my car trying to hold my cheeks together. I dumped my plastic shopping bag out and sat on it. My ass was running like Deion Sanders. High kicks and all. It was showtime. I had things come out that I swear I'd never eaten. I drove home with my ass still leaking and my stomach gurgling with the promise of more. I wrapped another plastic bag around my ass and crawled up the stairs, kicked off my shoes and stood, fully dressed in the shower. I rinsed out my pants in there while my butt kept dripping. Stayed in the bathroom for almost 2 hours. Olestra, not even once. Something similar happened to me and a friend. We each had a ton of wow chips in an apartment that had one bathroom. The runs hit us each at about the same time and it was two grown men almost getting into a fist fight to get to the one bathroom. I never thought I would consider killing a man so that I could use a toilet. TLDR. Crap my pants in some guy's backyard at 4 in the morning while he watched. A few years ago I was working early mornings. The drive to work was about 50 minutes all freeway with limited exits. So the night before work there is, for my area, a snowstorm and we get about 10 inches of snow. So that night I get drunk with some friends to celebrate the snowstorm. The next morning I get up around 4 AM to head into work. On the way I am drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes. About 30 minutes in it hits me. I got a crap. And I got a crap now. Of course I had just passed an exit and the next exit is like 5 minutes away. So here I am in my 97 Nissan Sentra with no traction devices, speeding down the freeway covered in snow, and butt cheeks squeezed to the maximum. Somehow I make it to the exit, but it is not the exit I need. There are no bathrooms anywhere in the immediate area. I finally pull over to the side of the road, jump out of my car and sprint for a patch of trees I see not too far up a small hill. All the while I'm knee deep in snow. I make it to the patch of trees, drop my pants and begin a spraying crap frenzy. The underwear was lost from the time I started running to the trees, but I am still trying to save the pants. I still gotta go to work. Then I see him. This patch of trees I have just ran into is someone's backyard. I am looking straight into some guy's kitchen, and he, sitting there with his coffee and had the most utter look of confusion and disgust ever, pointed at me. Well, I had no choice in the snow, embarrassed, and now with an audience I take my socks and proceed to use them to try and clean myself off. When I get done I'll look back at the window and the guy is gone. I pull my pants back up and run back to my car. So in the end I lost my underwear, socks, and dignity. This is one of my favorites. I really wish that guy would see this and remember you. Was visiting my then girlfriend's family for Christmas, and they decided we should go out to Outback Steakhouse one night. 24 hours later marked the start of a 5-day period of firing out of both ends without warning. There were no survivors. It was my day off, and so when I woke up I thought, dang, I could really go for a PBR in the shower today. So I started running water for my shower, and it takes a solid minute to actually get hot. So I walk to the fridge down the hall in the kitchen. I open up the fridge, grab the beer, take a couple sips and stand there for a minute, just sort of zoning out. I was just about to go back to the shower and needed to fart, so I stopped for a second and let a rip. Bam. I'm scared to look, but I slowly look down, and there it is. Poo strewn across the tile like somebody emptied the contents of 3 single-serving Jello pudding cups. I was like, oh frick, and I ran to the shower and cleaned the crap out of my ass crack and got out as quickly as I could. As I was stepping out of the shower, I could hear my girlfriend unlocking our front door and I was like, no 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 no. God no. I stopped drying off and my plan was to just run out to the kitchen to try to hide it with a paper towel or something and try to play it off like I spilled a frozen burrito or something. Before I make it to the kitchen, I just hear aloud, what the frick, dude? I just stood there like a deer in the headlights. She looked at me, looked at it, looked at me. I said, up, Domino did it. That's our dog. She gave me a look that is best described as not amused. I proceeded to clean up my own crap off the floor, naked, in front of my girlfriend that did not at all enjoy coming home to that. TLDR. Shat on the kitchen floor. Girlfriend saw it before I cleaned it up, and then I tried to blame the dog. I am laughing so hard I'm crying. Brilliant storytelling. P. I had just started dating my now wife and spent the night at her apartment. We had only been seeing each other for a few weeks, so I woke up that morning and felt the need to go but didn't want to destroy her bathroom. She walked me out to my car and I left to drive home. About 45-60 minutes away in traffic. Halfway there I could feel the rumbling. It began building inside of me and I knew I was running out of time. I saw a road sign for fast food and was trying to get over to the exit, but traffic was so thick and no was letting me merge across. Sweat was dripping off me. My teeth were clenched. My stomach hurt so bad and I knew I had no choice but to just let it go, and so I did. Unfortunately, it was one of those wet, sloppy, ultra smelly ones. I just sat in my own filth for a good half an hour until I finally got home and could just toss my soiled clothes in the trash outside. It took weeks to get the smell out of my car and even longer to get my dignity back. I was carpooling with my buddy on the way home from work. The commute is about 35 minutes. 25 minutes from home I tell him my stomach hurts and I may have to pull over. 10 minutes later my ass is killing me and I know I won't make it, so I pull into a gas station and run in, only to find out their restroom for customers is out of service. I run back to my car and head for the McDonald's down the street. I almost leave the car in the middle of the drive-thru and run into the men's room. There is one urinal and one sit-down shitter. The shitter is occupied. There is a dude standing at the urinal. I start sweating like a thunderstorm. I stood behind the dude standing at the urinal, next to the wall, begging any maker out there to please help me to hold this massive yuck that is doing anything it can to get out of my ass. I start crying. I'm yelling at the dude in the sit-down shitter to hurry up. At first just a little poop comes out, but by then the floodgates were open. I shat a mix of liquid and solids all inside of my trousers, all while standing at the wall in the men's room. Guy at the urinal finishes, gives me the WTF look and runs out. Guy in the shitter does the same. I run into the shitter and begin to examine the situation. There is crap everywhere. My trousers are ruined along with my boxers. My socks and shoes are covered in liquid poo. Everything from my waist down is contaminated. I call my buddy outside and tell him what happened and that he needed to come inside and buy some trousers from McDonald's. They refuse to sell my buddy trousers. He lets me know and I figure there is only one thing to do. Clean myself up as well as possible. Put my shitty trousers back on and make a run for it. I tell my buddy to have the car ready because I'm jumping in the back seat. I run out of McDonald's and jump into the back seat of my car. My buddy floors it and we're back on the road. The smell was so bad we had to open all the windows even in 30-degree weather. TLDR. I thought I could make it home from work when I knew I had to crap. Didn't make it, crap myself standing up in a McDonald's restroom, crying and begging any higher power to help my butthole stay closed. This was earlier this year. I went to a little wine and cheese party with a girlfriend and a bunch of her co-workers. Free wine and cheese was to be had, so of course I had too much of both, specifically brie and goat cheese. I am slightly lactose intolerant. I'm hammered about 3 hours in and still eating cheese. Her boyfriend takes us back to my apartment and on the way there we get more wine. My gut started bubbling. We get back to my place and I'm feeling nauseous. So I go to the bathroom. I started throwing up hard, and while I'm kneeling in my bathroom floor in a pretty little dress I crap everywhere. It was like a water hose except crap. I ruined my dress. I crap on the bath mat, the floor, and in my freaking heels. I'm really upset by this point as I had no idea what to do. I got a tiny little garbage bag and shoved my doo-doo clothes inside and wipe up what I can. I got in the shower and started to clean myself off when another bout of vomiting comes. I lean out the shower to try and hit the toilet when I crap in the shower. Down my leg. I'm crying by this point. I managed to clean everything up though. TLDR. Drank too much wine, ate too much cheese, painted the bathroom brown with ass water. Every turd has a silver lining. At least it was at your house. You've been visited by the big dump doggo. Big satisfying poops will come your way, but only if you comment push hard doggo. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I post new videos every day. Until then, check another video, or don't. Either way, have a great day you magnificent people.